Happy Friday, racing fans! 11 crazy stories from August 20, 2026. Let's get started. Let's kick things off with racing news. Max Verstappen has signed a thrilling extension with Red Bull, staying on board until the end of the 2030 season. This decision has sure got the paddock buzzing at Zandvoort. Even Helmut Marko, the former power player at Red Bull, is celebrating this move. Marko, who retired last year, might be 83 and enjoying some time out of the limelight, but he still keeps a keen eye on the Grand Prix and qualifiers. Verstappen, the quadruple world champion, ended months of speculation, finally activated the nitro boost on his Red Bull contract, shutting down those exit rumors. But Verstappen isn't the only star pilot in the Red Bull garage. Isaac Hadjar has been speeding through the ranks, already nipping at Verstappen's heels during qualifiers. Meanwhile, young hotshots Arvid Lindblad and Nikola Tolov are also starting to show they have the right stuff. Solov is tearing it up in Formula 2 and might have the fast track to Formula 1 as soon as 2027. Marko might be spectating from the sidelines, but he's thrilled about the fresh talent coming through. While Red Bull might have left the door open for him, Marko seems content mastering a new life path, far from the pressures of the racing world. Stay tuned for more racing adventures as these stories unfold on the Grand Circuit. Moving on to some exciting circuit news, Max Verstappen has just signed an extension with Red Bull, locking in his seat till the end of the 2030 season. This move has lit up the Formula 1 scene like a well-timed blue shell in Mario Kart. While the details of the contract are shrouded in mystery, we can safely assume it's worth a few rare skins in CSGO. Red Bull's grip on the grid has just tightened. Like your palms when you're on the last lap in Mario Kart and you see that pesky blue shell on the minimap. Max won't be saying game over anytime soon, much to the dismay of rivals who now need to grind that XP just to level up to his status. But what's causing a stir is the impact of this news across the paddock. George Russell at Mercedes can now breathe a little bit easier, knowing he won't be booted off track by a speedy Verstappen anytime soon. It's like when you dodge a well-aimed banana peel. And while youngsters like Isaac Hadjar and Liam Lawson are hitting the pause menu contemplating their dwindling seat options, Red Bull has unlocked a major achievement by securing their star player. Verstappen's deal isn't just a top-tier DLC for Red Bull, it's a game update that will define the next few seasons. For now, drivers across the grid might need to channel a bit of sonic speed and toadstool courage to stand up to this decision. Now let's talk about the latest news from the world of Formula 1 racing, where Aston Martin and Honda are making waves at the Dutch Grand Prix. It's been a challenging season so far, but hope is not lost. After introducing significant upgrades in Hungary that shaved off 2 precious seconds from their lap times, Aston Martin is now turning to Honda for a power-up. That's right, they've got a brand new power unit ready to roll, focusing on boosting pure engine performance. Shintaro Orihara, the chief engineer over at Honda, spilled the beans today, revealing that while the energy recovery systems remain untouched, the new engine brings some spicy combustion characteristics to the table. No magic wands here, Orihara warns, but hey, even Mario needed a fire flower to get that edge. As we zoom into the world of innovative tech, Orihara assures us of no penalties this time around, which is always a plus in the fast-paced world of racing. They've run the gambit in Hungary and gathered some cool data to optimize settings for the Netherlands. Now, whether this will pull them up from the back markers is anyone's guess, but with a whole season's worth of learning under their spoiler, excitement is certainly revving up. Keep your eyes peeled because this is all we're getting from Honda for this year. But don't worry, they assure us a new evolution is in the works for 2027. Who knows? Maybe next season it'll be the Mushroom Cup for Aston Martin. Now let's talk about the racing world and a dash of unexpected drama. The Formula 1 star Max Verstappen has decided to stick with Red Bull until the end of the 2030 season. Verstappen, who many expected might jump ship to Mercedes or McLaren, had seriously considered retirement instead. The Dutch racing sensation revealed at Zandvoort that the new regulations and the increasingly complex racing procedures made him feel like an NPC in someone else's game. It's like when they patch your favorite game and suddenly it's off meta. But Red Bull's loyalty credits accumulated over the years kept Verstappen in the driver's seat. He's been with the team since his rookie level back in 2014, debuting as a pro in 2016. With 4 world titles and 71 wins under his belt, being a Red Bull player is his ultimate side quest. Fast forward to 2030, and there's chatter about switching the phone cars back to V8 engines. That could be another epic chapter for Verstappen to level up in his already legendary career. So, gearheads, rest easy. Max is fired up to keep racing, and the news feeds will be buzzing as phone evolves. That's the kind of twist even your favorite racing game wouldn't dare skip. Next up, we've got some spicy updates from the world of speed and adrenaline that would make even Sonic slow down to listen. Max Verstappen is putting those racing rumors to bed with a new contract extension with Red Bull sealed until the end of the 2030 season. That's right, folks. The 4-time champion is staying put and dodging some motorized love calls from Mercedes and McLaren longer than Yoshi dodges eggs. But that's not all. Verstappen's father, Joes, winks and nods at us, teasing with some top-secret clauses that are tighter than a fighter in Dark Souls. These promises apparently involve Red Bull flexing its horsepowers to keep Max on the podiums. But hey, Red Bull's transition phase might make things more exciting than managing your inventory during a critical boss fight. With their new Red Bull Ford powertrains, the competition is revving up faster than a Formula One pit stop. Now, the deal was carved out by Verstappen's manager, Raymond Vermeulen, alongside Red Bull's Oliver Mintzlaff. Their collaboration is like getting a much-needed mission update before heading into battle. They insist on mutual trust between Max and Red Bull's new journey. Otherwise, no second lives would have been offered in this latest extension. So while Verstappen could have leveled up with a new team, he's playing the long game with Red Bull. He's the rock Red Bull needed, and stability is exactly how they'll start crafting their next world-winning project. Steering through uncertainty like a pro, Verstappen chooses to stay focused on the road ahead to championship glory. Now let's talk about some action off the track. Buckle up, because Cadillac is steering into the Dutch Grand Prix weekend with a whole new driver. Just not the kind you'd expect. Marcin Budkowski steps in as the new team director for Cadillac's Formula One team, marking his debut in the racing driver's seat with lots of gears to shift. You might remember Budkowski from his pit stops at Alpine, Ferrari, McLaren, and more. Talk about some fast company. Now, he's taking the wheel at Cadillac, right as they navigate through a major FBI-level plot, situation involving their parent company, TWG Global. But don't worry, this isn't a racing career in jeopardy video game plot. No charges have been pressed yet, and Cadillac isn't for sale. Now, Team Cadillac is aiming to go full turbo and start developing their own engines. The only question remaining, will they unlock the legendary power-up before the technical regulations decide to throw in some cheat codes? Until then, they'll be turbocharged by Ferrari's famous power units. Meanwhile, over at Zandvoort, Budkowski's busy lining up meetings with Ferrari to make sure their team dynamics are as smooth as a well-oiled chassis. It's all about strategy before the grand strategy guide of new motors kicks in. What a quest! Stay tuned to see how that pans out. Moving on to the fast-paced world of Formula One. So, Yuki Tsunoda, the guy who practically lives in a Formula One car simulator, is making a surprise return at the Dutch Grand Prix this weekend. After a quick vacation in Greece, only 24 hours in, he had to pack his bags and jet to the UK. Why, you ask? Because the Racing Bulls needed a driver and Tsunoda was just the guy. Who needs relaxation, right? Tsunoda assures us he's in prime shape, having done so many tests he could probably drive in his sleep. All those simulated laps might make getting into the real deal a breeze. The 2026 regulations might be a tiny bit different, but Tsunoda has mastered every button on that crazy steering wheel. He might have only one practice session, but he's aiming to make the most of it. The transition from Red Bull to Racing Bulls should be as smooth as a Mario Kart drift. Tsunoda's mindset? No expectations, just pure fun, like a leisurely cruise in the Rainbow Road. Will he electrify us with an epic comeback? Only time will tell. Next up, we're diving into some high-speed racing excitement. The Alpine phone team is gearing up for the Dutch Grand Prix on August 20th, 2026, aiming to reclaim that coveted fifth place in the Constructors' Championship. The team has been working on some spicy new upgrades, hoping to leave Racing Bulls and Audi in their rearview mirror. Pierre Gasly has been quite vocal about the lack of progress over the past 11 races, but he's optimistic that this weekend could bring the performance boost they've been craving. With simulation data looking promising, the big question remains: will these upgrades finally add the needed oomph to their track game, especially with the sprint format throwing a curveball? In other racing news, Max Verstappen has locked in his loyalties with Red Bull until 2030, causing quite a stir as fans were hoping to see him take on fresh challenges with a new team. Gasly praises Verstappen's epic tenure, noting that he'll be cruising past the 300 Grand Prix milestone with style, making him one of the most seasoned racers on the grid. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda is making his return this weekend, ready to jump back into the action after a beach break. Can he add some more points to the tally and keep the competition on their toes? And Franco Colapinto is eager to see some progress. He's revved up to chase down those points and seal that fifth-place finish for the championship. So, will Alpine phone team get the turbo boost they need, or will this weekend just be another pit stop on their highway to glory? Stay tuned, gear up, and let's race this weekend for the sake of grid glory. Moving on to the high-speed drama in the Formula One world. Max Verstappen will remain glued to Red Bull until the end of the season 2030, shutting down some of the juiciest driver market rumors. Sorry, Mercedes fans, you're not getting your Dutch champion just yet. But hey, George Russell stays unbothered, like a gamer who knows they have the last potion saved just in case. Meanwhile, Lando Norris threw some good vibes, saying he would have welcomed Max with open arms at McLaren, despite all the circus of speculation that had Verstappen jumping ship to every team under the sun. Oscar Piastri, you can sit back down in your chair, no need to upgrade your seat just yet. Turns out, we've got all these dream team formations happening in Formula One like it's the newest FIFA game. But let's be real, even with all the player swapping and team hustling, Russell insists his seat at Mercedes was cooler than an ice mage's ultimate spell, untouched and assured, as he stands alongside team principal Toto Wolff. Looks like the latest Verstappen saga is officially a thing of the past, but oh boy, wasn't it a ride. From Red Bull to McLaren, this transfer saga kept gamer hearts racing like a real-time strategic showdown. Now let's talk about the next-level switch-up in the world of Formula One. Liam Lawson is jumping back into the driver's seat this weekend with Red Bull, filling in for Isaac Hadjar. Yep, you heard it right. This is Lawson's second go, after a short stint in early 2025 that lasted just 2 races. Guess how this unfolded? Well, the mighty Helmut Marko and Christian Horner decided to pull the plug a bit too soon back then. But this time, it's Laurent Mekies calling the shots. Lawson's entering the ring with the familiar engine under the hood, the same one powering his trusty Racing Bulls. Talk about a twisty plot. Our man Lawson is buzzing with excitement, not dread, ready to tackle that infamous Red Bull track with a positive mindset. It's his moment to shine again, having raced years on end and accumulated heaps of experience. It's like leveling up in a high-stakes video game. Having driven many circuits since his last Red Bull run, Lawson's pumped and bracing for the challenge of the tricky track and its unpredictable weather. Looks like it'll be an epic weekend for sure. Next up in the world of Formula One, we delve into the buzzing news about Max Verstappen sticking with Red Bull until 2030. While Verstappen's decision wasn't exactly groundbreaking for legends like Lewis Hamilton, there was still a lot to unpack. The Dutch speedster joined Red Bull in 2016 and has since bagged 4 world titles. Talk about a match made on the racetrack. Now Hamilton, the tireless champion, known for his triumphs with not 1 but 2 iconic teams, had a laid-back take on the matter. He humorously hinted that changing teams is much like choosing a new game console. Sometimes it's the latest Gen Xbox, and other times, your team PlayStation all the way. Whether Max's choice is like opting for Mario Kart over Forza is, of course, up for debate. Lastly, the Ferrari gears are turning with plans to rev the prancing horse back to the podium. Lewis has his eyes on making sparks fly at Zandvoort. Can they catch up like a turbo boost in Rocket League? Only time will tell. Thanks for riding with us. Keep the turbo on and subscribe. See you tomorrow for more McLaren Orange certified chaos.